Greetings nerdlings and welcome to AmalgamNation presents World of Lorecraft, Racecraft, Elemental Edition. The Elementals are potent and volatile elemental spirits of pure elemental energies and were once the minions of the old gods, and some may still be minions of them. Many are commanded by the most powerful elemental lieutenants called the Elemental Lords, whilst others are commanded by primordial elementals known as elemental spirits. There are 4 types of elementals, each corresponding to the basic elements of the world: earth, fire, wind, and water. Each elemental tends to be immune to damage from their element type. For instance, fire elementals are immune to fire damage. When the old gods were defeated and imprisoned by the Titans banished all elementals to the elemental plane. The elemental plane is a violent and dangerous place where elementals of one type battle with all others in a never-ending conflict to expand their territory. It is no wonder then that some elementals attempt to escape from the unceasing struggle by travelling to Azeroth, where they establish solitary lairs in suitable environments. Such transplanted elementals find it difficult to shake off the warlike existence they lived on the elemental plane. They guard their new territory viciously and constantly seek to expand their boundaries. Over the centuries they have been finding ways to return to Azeroth and now run rampant in many areas, though it's usually only the weakest of their ranks that are able to slip through the cracks. All but the most powerful elementals are mindless beings who carry out tasks at the whim of their masters. Recently, however, more and more elementals have begun appearing on Azeroth, serving as an as-yet unidentified purpose. There are many similarities between the elemental spirits of Draenor and their counterparts on Azeroth, but also many differences that Alliance or Horde Shaman will be forced to adapt to. Whereas the elements of Azeroth are in constant conflict, the elements of Draenor strive for balance within themselves. This is especially evident in the Throne of Elements in Nagrand, where the greatest elemental furies of Draenor have convened peacefully since the dawn of the world. Be warned, however, if the chaos of war on Draenor throws the elementals out of balance, they may lash out at each other and anyone caught between them. All elementals speak Kalimag, a mysterious language. They also seem to have a complex royal power hierarchy. The most powerful elemental beings have titles such as Baron, Lord, and Duke. The closest, most powerful offspring of the elemental lieutenants are even known as princes and princesses. The elements have also historically been slaves to the evil old gods. However, recently they have broken away from their rule, resulting in the 4 lieutenants, true elemental leaders, finding new ways to wage war against each other, and it's possible that one or more of their factions are working for the good of Azeroth. Though they fight each other, they still maintain an abyssal high council, whether summoned to Azeroth or there of their own free will, wear a set of magic bracers. These bracers form automatically when the elemental leaves the elemental plane. They tie the elemental to Azeroth and allow it to exist outside of the elemental plane. If the magic of the bracers is disrupted, usually by prolonged physical or magical attack, the elemental loses much of its power and may inadvertently return to the elemental plane. Shamans are known to be the masters of conjuration of elementals, attempting to study and understand the mysterious elemental plane. Also, many peoples and societies hold elementals to a religious regard, with the shamans acting as priests. Some intelligent creatures of Azeroth have found ways to summon elementals and bind them to their will as servants or guards. Human mages are fond of summoning water elementals for their brute force and imposing size. Ragnaros was summoned into the material plane by the Dark Iron Dwarfs 3 centuries ago and now resides in the Molten Core, though he is but a shadow of his original self there. When he was first summoned into Azeroth by sorcerer Thane Thorsan, the dwarf was killed by the unmitigated fiery powers that he had unleashed. The true elemental types: air elementals. Air elementals are creatures made of air, wind, storms, and weather. Earth elementals. Earth elementals are creatures made of the rock and energy of the earth itself. Fire elementals. Fire elementals are creatures made of fire elements. Water elementals. Water elementals are creatures made of water and various other liquids. Some water elementals have become corrupted, appearing green or red instead of blue. Elemental conglomerate. Elemental conglomerates are elementals that share two or more aspects of the basic elemental types, such as ice elementals, lava elementals, dust elementals, primal elementals, arcane elementals, which appear to be a complete conglomerate of air, earth, fire, and water elementals. There are four elemental rulers: Alakir the Wind Lord, Therazan the Stone Mother, Ragnaros the Fire Lord, and Neptulon the Tide Hunter. Elemental sprites are small elementals from elemental plane of various elemental types. Entropic beasts are fell-corrupted elementals found in Fellwood. Mana Surgers are a magic-based elemental which is a type of air elemental, described as burning elementals crafted of pure mana. They exist in Azeroth as physical manifestations of pure arcane magic, or even of mana energy itself. Thank you for watching, and as always remember, play to game and game to play.